So today I have my November book haul for you, and I have gotten some books this month and some of them are still from October, but I will show them to you as well. And so we have category of getting them in October, getting them in November, and getting them as a birthday gift, because I had my birthday on the 11th of October. So let's get started. The first two books were books that were sent to me by the publishers company, and the first was The Master from Mittenwald by Christiane Martini, and the second one is The Nautilus-Project by Michael Steinbauer, and he was so kind to sign that for me because I asked him, and I've already read that. I have uploaded a German review and an English review of this book, so I will link that down in the doobly-doo for you, and go check that out. This book is about Christoph Milan, who works for electronic industries, and was just left from his wife and just doesn't really know what to do with himself, and starts to investigate in the projects he works for and he works at that were just being dumped, and he doesn't really know why, and he stumbled upon the mysterious Nautilus-Project. And what happens, you need to read for yourself, or you need to watch my review, but I won't tell you there anyway, so yeah. If you want to see my thoughts in it, just go and check my review out. And The Master of Mittenwald is about Anna, and her life is basically over. Her mother, they say about her mother that she is a witch, and so she shall become a nun, and when she goes there and is about to go there, the persons that watch over her, something happens to them, and that means her freedom, and she disguises as a man. And what happens next, you need to read for yourself. I actually haven't read that yet, but I was really intrigued to read it because the cover looks just amazing and it sounded really interesting, and yeah, I asked for it and I got it. So yeah, the next book you have already seen. I showed it in my Wichtel unboxing. I got it from there, and that is Ocean Whisper by Patricia Schröder. The book is about Elgen, who meets a mysterious guy who probably comes from the ocean, Gordon, and she just thinks about him all the time. But then she starts to think that the ocean has secrets, and that her own destiny is somehow linked to Gordon and to the dark mysteries of the sea. So yeah, I haven't read a lot of mermaid books, but clearly that is one. And I'm really thrilled to read it really soon, and yeah, hopefully it is good. So those were the books that I got in October, and now at the end of October, and now my November books are starting. The first book is Dawn. I will upload a review of that, or have uploaded a review of that, and the prequel Night Brilliance by now probably. And yeah, it was a reread. I already owned the book, I just wanted to have the hard copy of the book. And it is about Liga. She's a student and she meets a mysterious guy at her professor's house, Adam, and he's mysterious, he has a secret, he's immortal, and she falls in love with him. And what happens then, you need to read for yourself. I really enjoyed this book, I really enjoyed rereading this book, and if you want to know my further opinion on the book and of the stuff, why this book isn't about vampires, you need to check my review out. So yeah. And now we are at my birthday presents for the books and other stuff that I got from my birthday, and the other stuff is the thing I want to show you first. It's a manga. It's the first manga of Midnight Devil by Hiraku Miura. I always forget the name, but Japanese sounding name here, Hiraku Miura. I don't know if I have, but I will upload review, or already have, of this manga and the prequel manga, which is Beauty and the Devil, which is a standalone, but the story continues in this manga and in some more. And basically this is about Rin, who lives at a temple with her grandpa, and one day a devil comes through her roof, and he has lost all of his magic, and he's the demon king of a foreign land called Avalon, and he needs to get his powers back, and that just can happen with the blood of a virgin, and he chose Rin for that. And how the two interact with each other and how they get to know each other and what happens is in those mangas. And I really enjoyed both of them. I enjoyed Beauty and the Devil, and I enjoyed Midnight Devil. I read it on my birthday. I mean, those mangas are really short and, you know, big pictures, little writing and stuff, and you can whiz through them. And luckily the second manga in this volume will be published in December in German, so I will probably get this for Christmas and read this on Christmas, and you will see the second in Christmas. Yeah, then we have the first book I got for my birthday, which I'm currently reading, and it is Tingler Third Halftime by Heike Schulz, and it is about Fight, who is a hooligan. In this book the hooligans are the ones who get in fights with fans from other clubs, and Fight is one of them. He's one of the fans of Cologne Football Club, and he and his friends from their club, the ETC, which they call themselves, their hooligan club, just like to get into fights with others and punch them, but something happens and he meets a girl, and the girl's brother was beaten up in probably one of those hooligan fights, and Fight is starting to ask himself if he's responsible for it, if his guys are responsible for it, and how does her brother survive? Does he become the same guy he was before? And the girl also starts investigating, and he doesn't want to tell her who he really is, and there are a lot of questions that Fight has to deal with for himself, and that probably will change his life. And I have read almost 80 pages, 90 pages, and the book is actually pretty short. It has 219 pages, I guess, so it's really short, and I probably will manage to read it in this month, and I enjoy it so far. So yeah, I wanted to have it because I've read the debut novel by Heike Schulz, which is Witch Face, and it's a whole different book. Witch Face is more of a ghost story, a paranormal story, and this is more of a contemporary, and I enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the other books so far. The next book is The Legend of the Welternwandlers by Janina Ebert, and this is basically an alien book, and Annabella met with 9 years. She met this boy who came from a foreign planet to fulfill the mission to destroy Earth, and yeah, she just lies to him and she doesn't really believe him, and he stays with her, and now she is right before her A-levels, and she's in love with him and just realized that what he said all those years ago is actually true. With this book, it's actually it's the same as with the Heike Schulz book. I've read the first book by Janina Ebert, Lines of a Ghost, 2 years ago, and I just loved it. Lines of a Ghost was also her debut novel, and this is her second book, and I just wanted to read it because I loved the first book so much and wanted to see what she writes in her second book, so I wished for that book and I got it, and now I will probably read it very soon, hopefully this year, but we will see about that. And the last book I got was the second book of the Michael Fay series by Richard Paul Evans, Rise of Elgen. And like I said, it's the second book. The first book is about Michael Fay, who has the Tourette syndrome and has to deal with that, and he has special abilities. He's able to control electricity, and what happens to him because he can do that, you will see in the first book. And now I'm really thrilled to read the second book. I enjoyed the first book so much. It was so interesting reading about Michael and also the whole modus. So I really enjoyed the story of Michael and of his friends, and just all the topics that Richard Paul Evans was talking about. It was just really, I loved the book, and I just wanted to read the second book. I don't know, I have so many books to read, and I know I have actually a tiny TBR compared to all the others, but I don't know, to get to the books. I probably won't get to this book this year anymore, but I want to know how the story continues. So yeah, so those were all of my books that I got in the past month and at the end of October, and that I got for my birthday, and I won't hold them up because they're actually pretty heavy. I did this for my thumbnail, but no, I won't do this again. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thumbs up if you want to see more, and thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more, go subscribe. And if you want to know my opinion on these books, but because I will read them, or I have read them, or I will read them in the near future, yeah, if you want to know my opinion, you have to watch my videos. So if you need to watch my videos, you better subscribe so you are kept updated. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you soon with another video. Goodbye!